All right, let's kick this off, shall we? Should I get my buddies on here? Here they are. What's up, guys? Don't yell at me. You need to chill. All right, so here we go. The title of the stream. Are we good? All right, yeah, we're good. All right. First things first about building wealth. You don't do it with a credit card. We're going to start right out of the gate. Get those credit cards, cut them up. Second thing is, do not have a credit score. That goes against the grain of everybody in the money world because what is a credit score? What does it do? It's a I love money number. It is a reward of the highest number on how much you love debt. If you have no debt, you have no number. And if something happens financially to you, you have no debt to worry about if you don't have no debt. Okay? The biggest issues with debt is what car loans, student loans. Obviously, you hear that a lot. And then people's mortgages can be nasty because they got the wrong loan. Now, how do we tackle any of this? Well, with a proper budget. But when you budget, there's two different incomes. There is irregular income and normal income, which is like paid every week, paid every 2 weeks. I don't know if it's a salary once a month, or there's a regular income based, um, regular based income, irregular based income. Whereas like you're working as a bartender or something where you're working on commissions and you don't know how much you bring in a month. What you want to do is find your lowest, if it's an irregular income, find your lowest income month and base your income off of that, and then tally up all your expenses. Then you'll find out where your money's going and how much you actually need to increase your income. Any questions so far? And sickly, if you're still here, I would say, do you want to go to college? You don't have to. If you're really good at what you do, you can find a job where you do great. Start interning there, get a part-time job. Boom, you can be made doing what you want to do in your life. Do not be pressured in doing what you don't want to do. I worked for my dad for 16 years. 16 years, and the first 10 were okay, but then we had management issues. um, but I was raised to manage my money properly, and managing money this is all about. When you manage your money, you can build wealth, and you can then give as well. There is a gosh damn. All right. The guy who helped teach me this, he's famous in a way of helping people with money. I don't know if you heard of him. His name is his name is Dave Ramsey. And then he's got a buddy that works with him too, Ken Coleman. He helps people find what their passions in life is and what they want to actually do. A lot of people are stuck. They have. I'll talk. I won't talk about Ken Coleman today, but Dave is all about if you have financial issues, financial money problems, you're stuck in a hard place. What you need to do is get a mindset of living like no one else now, so later you can live like no one else. And then when you live like no one else, you can also give like no one else. Because when you're broke and poor, it's not poor, it's broke. When you're broke, you can't give. Gosh damn it. Sorry about that. Anyways, so no questions are coming in yet. So let me bring up some other topics so I can talk about here. Sit on that couch. Do not. All right, I'm back. All right, so a couple phrases from his book, of Dave Ramsey's book. Be willing to delay pleasure for a greater result. It's a sign of maturity. All right. Um, myth versus truth about money. Myth is a debt is a tool and should be used to create prosperity. No. Truth, gosh. Debt is a tool and should be used to create prosperity. No. Debt adds considerable risk. Most often does it bring prosperity and isn't used by wealthy people nearly as much as we are led to believe. And as if you know too, where do you see most lottery places? Kind of like in the let's say if you were to do the upper class, middle class, lower class, you'll see them mostly in the lower class and middle class neighborhoods. Majority of the time, they're hoping, praying that they'll strike it big. Hang on, I'll be right back for a second. I apologize. Horrible, horrible night. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Everybody leave? Tell me that's usually what happens. Yeah. All right. Well, whoever is here, I will do my best to teach you what I know. Yeah, oops, sorry. Help you with what I know. I'm pretty much just talking to myself. If anybody's got any questions, send them my way. You know what I'm saying? The book I'm also reading from, quoting from, is a Total Money Makeover edition from Dave Ramsey. Let's see, what else can I share out of here with you? Here's a myth: if I loan money to friends or relatives, I am helping them. Truth is, if I loan money to a friend or relative, the relationship will be strained or destroyed. The only relationship that would be enhanced is the kind of resulting from one party being the master and the other one being the servant. Another quote from his book: by co-signing a loan, I'm helping a friend or relative. Truth is, be ready to repay the loan. The bank wants a co-signer for a reason, which is why they don't expect a friend or relative to pay. Another myth or truth: cash advance, payday loans, rent to own, title pawning, and tote the note card lots are needed to help lower income people get ahead. Truth is, these rip-off examples are predatory lendings, are designed to take advantage of lower income people and benefit only the owners of the companies making the loans. Chard, Apex? Yeah, I told you I'll be doing Apex after 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock my time. Doing financial peace. I'm not doing financial peace. That's not. Doing financial coaching, helping gamers stay out of debt, build wealth. Oh, I heard a thing on NPR. I don't listen to NPR, but I was just on the way to the gym. I was scanning the bands, hitting the buttons. I come across the NPR and they're talking about money. I was like, oh, let's see what they got to say. Dave Ramsey suggests a snowball method. When you're paying off your debt, you pay off with the smallest one first. That gives you momentum to get the bigger ones. Because you get one done, oh, you feel good, you feel powered. Gives you empowerment, you feel awesome. You're knocking them out. Then you got money from that last one that you don't have to pay for no more, and you add it to the next one. That one's gone. The next one's gone. Then you got that money and the one previous, and you got to take all that money, throw it at the third one. And then all that one's gone. It's a snowball effect. But you can tell that they listen to Dave Ramsey, NPR. NPR suggested the avalanche method. But they said attack the highest interest ones first. No. Then you have all these other ones, these little small bills that could be gone. They're there nagging at you still. Get the smallest ones done. Get them out. Here's another myth from Dave Ramsey's book. Myth: 90 days same as cash equals using other people's money for free. Truth is, 90 days is not the same as cash. Car payments are the way of life. You'll always have one. Is that a myth? Well, the truth is, staying away from car payments is driving reliable used cars. That is what an average millionaire does. That is how he or she became a millionaire to begin with. Math? You want to do math? We can do some math. How's a math major? Math and art. Oh, left side, right side brain. Wait, this is Yeah, left, right. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, car loans. I had I always paid my vehicles with cash. My first car was given to me, obviously when I turned 16. But then after that, I got my second car on my own because I worked. Then after that, I decided, you know what? I want a four-wheel drive SUV. So I actually got a loan. But the credit union I had at the time had, it says I went offline, recycle it, or refresh your screen. Mine says that sometimes. No, I'm still good. You gotta refresh your screen. Anyways, my second car or my first car loan, my only car loan, is on the bottom of the statements of my uh, the credit union slip. It says you have this many months to pay it off. Well, that right there made me in a race to see how far or how fast I can get that number small. Needless to say, it was I think 3 or five, I don't remember. It was a long car loan, but I ended up getting it paid off in like 2 3 years. It was really fast. Here's a myth from Dave Ramsey's book, The Total Money Makeover. Leasing a car is what sophisticated people do. You should lease things that go down in value and take the tax advantage. Truth is, consumer advocates, noted experts, and good calculators will confirm that a car lease is the most expensive way to actually operate a vehicle. Don't lease. Please, for heavens to Betsy's, do not lease a car. Oh no. Let's see here. I'll read a little part of the part of the book here. Consumer Report, Smart Money Magazine, and my calculator will tell you that leasing a car is the worst possible way to acquire a vehicle. In effect, you are renting to own. That goes hand in hand with an apartment, except for an apartment's okay if you're starting out. You can do 1 to maybe 2 years in an apartment while you're saving up, but you gotta have a house. You should own a house. It's the best investment you can ever make. Anyways, back to this. The cost of capital, which is the interest rate, is extremely high. Yet, most new car deals this year will be a lease. This is from Dave Ramsey's book. They're they're really bad. And that's my impression of a sheep getting fleeced. The auto industry lobbyists are so powerful that the laws do not require full lender disclosure. The industry argues that you are merely renting, which you are, so they shouldn't be required to show you the actual effective interest rate. The Federal Trade Commission requires a truth in lending statement when you buy a car or get a mortgage, but not on a lease. So you don't know what you're actually paying unless you are very good with a calculator. Have seen several hundred lease agreements, according to Dave, entered by people he has counseled. His financial calculator confirms that the average interest rate on a vehicle is 14%. Cash for a house or with a mortgage? Hey, if you can do a cash for a house, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But it's okay to get a mortgage, but get a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. 15 years. Because when you get a 30 or higher, or 30, you're going to be like, nah, I'm not in a rush to get it paid off. But with 15, there's the interest rate, you're knocking everything right out fast as possible, and you're on your way to being wealthy after that. So you can, not worry about that. Mountain Jiggler is right. Cash is king. That's how I operate. Um, who has what? Debt is bad. That's right. Um, cash cash is what I mostly use for me, and I occasionally will use a debit card online purchases. No credit cards. Me and my girlfriend are credit card free. Never ever since I cut him up, I have ever had a need like, oh no, what do I gotta do? I need a credit card for that. Nope, don't need it. Okay. Here's a myth again. You can get a good deal on a new car at 0% interest. Truth is, a new car loses 60% of its value in the first 4 years. That is not zero interest. And you know what? He also says and recommends that if you want to get a used car, get something around 5 years old. And by that point, the value from the car, new car price has dropped enough so where it's stabilized. So usually around the 4 or 5 year mark of older car, you should be good to go of the actual value price. Oh, and here's this. If you know anybody that is in a car loan, that's struggling, someone who's struggling with, if you know anybody that is struggling with money and has a car loan, they want to get out of their car loan. There's a way to do it. If someone owes, let's see if I can properly remember this. If someone owes a car 15,000, but the car is worth 10, sell the car to whoever for 10,000. Now go to your credit union, because the credit unions are only banks to use. You can get a loan for 5,000 for the remainder of the balance. Now your $15,000 car loan went to $5,000. Boom. And another myth from his book: you should get a credit card to build your credit. Ooh, no. Total it and get the insurance money. Make it rain. Where's that cash register noise? Ching, 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 or cash flowing noise. The myth was, should you get a credit card to build your credit? The truth is, you won't use credit with your total money makeover, this book here, except for maybe your mortgage. You don't need a credit card for that either. Let's see. There's people that think there's the myths of like you need a credit card to rent a. Gosh damn, I'm all mouthy. And you don't have a car, but you have a $5,000 note. Oh, I didn't know my chat was coming over on that screen. We can do that one. Wow, that ain't right. Good job, Mountain. What was I saying? Oh, you don't. They say the myth is the credit card you need to rent a car, check in a hotel, or buy online. Nope, nope. The debit card will do all that. In the what does it say here? So, some people might think the debit card has more risk than a credit card. Nope, it has the same type of insurance on it as a credit card, because if you look on debit cards, you'll see on there it has a Visa or MasterCard on there as well. I'm going to read another paragraph out of the book. It says here, and the big question is, what do millionaires do? What do they do? They don't get rich with free hats, brownie points, air miles, and the use of someone else's money. What do broke people do? They use credit cards. An American Bankruptcy Institute study of bankruptcy filers revealed that 69% of Filers say credit card debt caused bankruptcy. Broke people use credit cards, rich people don't. Boo! Oh, what else we got going on here? How we doing? Got about a half hour to go. Here's, you know what? My parents didn't do it for me, but I did on my own. Because I thought, you know what? I'll have a credit card just to have a backup, be safe, just in case I go somewhere. Here's a myth in the book. It says make sure your teenager gets a credit card so she or he will learn to be responsible with money. Actually, the truth is, getting a credit card for your teenager is an excellent way to teach him or her to be financially irresponsible. That's why teens are now a number one target of credit card companies. And man, does it feel good not to have credit card debt. Ooh, ooh. Pay cash, you buy it, you own it, boom. Bang, bada, boom. It's in, you're out, you're done, you're good. And some people also hear about debt consolidation. What are you pretty much doing with debt consolidation? Put it over here. Take this, put it over here. Take this, put it over here, put this over here. You're taking all the debt and putting it in one big lump. You didn't get rid of it. You still have it. Pay the debt off in the snowball effect, from the smallest to the largest. And that's knocking that out. Boom. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one like that. Oh, what else? Yeah. If no one used debt, some people think the economy would collapse. No, it would actually prosper. And another part in here, it says your largest wealth building asset is. I want you guys to see if you guys can finish this without. You don't even have to learn this, but just use common sense. What is the largest wealth building asset you have? I'll wait. I'll wait. It's your income. Your income is your largest wealth building asset. If you have more income than you have expense, guess what you're building? Wealth. Streaming? Not so much. But here's this. I had to quit my dad's job because the management was toxic. And I had to quit my dad's business because it was toxic. And they felt like I didn't need to. They didn't feel like I'm worth what I feel like I'm worth. So, this is after 16 years. So, I decided, I'm going to pull the trigger. First of the year, I'm actually going to do what I feel like I'm been meaning to do, I want to do in my life, and that's pretty much stream because I love video games and I love this helping people out, talking to people. People have issues they want to bounce off me. I'll be their ear. I'll hear what they got to say and offer my opinion. People just want to vent. I'm here to hear what they got to vent about. What else? And so, yeah, so I want to do this full time. I'm not going to want to do this full time, but yeah, it's not going to bring me anything in for some time. I realize that. I understand that. I know what streaming's about. I just, it's going to be a slow roll. It's kind of like a snowball effect for me. It's going to take a little while before my incline gets steep to where it's like, starts building income my way. Hopefully, knock on wood. But my snowball effect is really flat right now. saying that, this is what I want to do. I really enjoy it. I love computers. I love technology. Love video games. That's what I want to do. So yeah, I'm working off of my emergency fund. Oh, we didn't talk about the snowball effect though, or not the baby steps. Let's talk about the baby steps real quick. But you might need debt to live. No, nope, mm-mm. Nope. Only debt I have is a house payment. Everything else is, paid for. So here's this. Here is, if you have debt, here is, I enjoy Taco Bell, but it costs me money and makes my tummy hurt. Yeah, that is a sign of stop eating there. If you have a weakness like me, I allow myself, depends on your income. I set aside some income for myself. Um, Going out to eat money. I set off a little portion. I say I'm gonna eat out once a week, and that's fast food. That's McDonald's for me in the morning. I love their breakfast sandwich. Oh no, you use your dad's credit card. Oh no. But remember, when you're on your own, cash is king, buddy. Cash is king. So here's this. If you have debt and you want to get out because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, so many people are actually getting sick from worrying about what they're going to do. It causes so much stress. So what do you need to do? Here is a baby step plan that I learned from Dave Ramsey. Baby step plan is first step. Mountain, don't be encouraging. Get out of here. Well, at least you're stop the encouragement. Anyways, he makes buku money. I don't know what to say about that. It's like, that's awesome. Enjoy it while you can. Depends on what he has to say when you turn 18. So the baby step plan. There are 7 steps. First step is, this is for people who have uh, financial debt. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They want out. They want to start living wealthy so that they can also live and give. All right. Baby step 1, have a fully funded emergency fund. Now, if you make over $25,000 a year, have $1,000 built up right away. If you make less than 25,000, if you make less than 25,000, save $500 up as an emergency fund. Step 2 is the debt snowball I was talking about. Pay off all your debt from smallest to largest. Step 3, build up an emergency fund of 4 to 6 months of expenses. So if something happens, well, if sickly you're 17, if you have hopefully you're, what? Anyways, if you run into money car issues, if you're a couple and you have a baby, you got money set to the side, you're good to go. I keep saying take a shot for every time I say it. I need the radio voice to kick in me so I can just ramble without using that word. Step 3 is a fully funded emergency fund of 4 to 6 months of expenses. That means you take that $1,000 you saved up and you add it to that till you have that portion of step 3 done. Step 4 is, oh, I'm forgetting step 4. Step 4, you invest 15% of your household income into retirement fund, which is Roth IRAs. It's a tax-favored retirement plan. When you decide to retire and you pull that money out, it's tax-free. Step 5. If you have kids, save for your kids' retirement. No, not save for your kids' retirement. Save for the college. Step 5 is save for your children's college. Step 6, pay off your home early. Now this is where you attack the house. In step 7, build wealth and give. When you have that money to give, you see that, you see the person working at a restaurant that is like really, they really mean to work there. They're really busting their ass to work there. And you can tell that they have a family, or they have they're busting their ass to work there because they need to. Not because they want to, because they need to. And it feels so good. You got the money. Throw her a $100 bill or $50 bill her way. Him or her. And you can see that smile light up their face of like, oh my gosh. Except for, I guess, if you're at Applebee's, you can't do that because they share this tips. Retirement, we had this crap in school. Did you have the Ramsey money thing? Or streamers? Wait a minute. You put smiley emojis on there. Sad face. Yeah, most definitely. I will gladly appreciate it. Because I'm actually doing this 6 days a week. I'm actually trying to bust my ass doing this because I really enjoy it though. I cannot block out my name on this. So loud. That's my certificate of being approved to be a financial coach. Ryan Smiley. All right, so here's the difference between, some people ask, what's the difference between a financial coach and a financial advisor? An advisor tells you what your money should be doing, like where to put it. Financial coaches, I'm here to help you what to do with your money. Financial coaching is all about behavioral issues, not how to invest or where to put your money. For your degree, no, it's like it's a 2-week course. all online. Actually, no, it's not a 2 week course. It was like about 3 months. Actually, I take that for 2 weeks, 3 months to finish it, because I had phone calls and stuff I had to do with other coaches. I did go to college for 6 years for that math and that art. What did that get me? Jack squat. But I did get a lot of knowledge from learning the stuff I did take in the classes. And pretty much it's anymore of when you get the job you want or whatever, is who you know, right? Sometimes going to college, if you want to be a doctor, that's the way to go, because you have to go that way. And also, after listening and reading all about Dave and all that stuff, too, a lot of dentists and doctors have debt issues because they get doctoritis after they get done with their schooling. They take the internship, they're making this money, they hit it big, but hold up. They didn't take care of their debt yet because they have like almost 300,000 in debt. Yeah. And that time they got this money rolling in, they buy this big old fancy house, big old fancy car, living the dream, but they didn't take care of their debt yet. Gotta get that shit knocked out. Get it out. Well, they sure do make good money. A lot of people think they're making a lot of good money, but they're actually broke because they got all that debt. They're not wealthy yet. Get rid of that debt, and we'll talk a different story. All right, what else we got here? We got less than 20 minutes to go. So as I mentioned earlier, your largest wealth building tool asset is your, all together now, income. When you tie up your income paying for debt and other things you don't need, your income you lose. You'll take good income over no debt. All right. Let's go in a race to see where. Now with that good income. Get out of here, you little. I really don't know what I just said. I just rambled a bunch of words and then added and for a little there. All right. I'll be all serious with you. This is helping people. Be serious with you over that. Good income over no debt. Okay. You have a good income, but let's say you got over 100,000 in debt. Good thing you have a sugar. I am not a sugar daddy. Stop it. I could be like Dr. Disrespect or Pay Money Wubby and only work 3 days a week streaming. If I had that income coming in. Bless my ass, 6 out of 7. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Mountain. So you got $100,000 in debt, but you have a good income. But what if something were to happen with, say, you get in a car accident, can't pay your bills, bills start piling up. You can't get back to your job no more. What do you do? What happens? Well, if I had no debt and I had that money saved up for emergencies, I'd be good to go because I have no bills to take care of. Now the other debt, 100,000, is going to stay there and start accruing interest because it does have interest. And that's just a bad rabbit hole to go down. Granted, yes. Why don't you have that large income and no debt? Have the best of both worlds. Then you're living a king, like a king. All right. Oh, I call my dad and sue those bad drivers. Or are you? What? Chard, what's going on? You like. What's going on tonight, dude? Hang on, we gotta change the wallpaper here. This is bothering me. Let's change the wallpaper. Oh. Oh, wrong window closed. I didn't mean to close that one. There we go. I like that one. Oh, what else do we have here? Oh, we just want to touch a little bit on going to Aatrox. Good luck, my dude. Godspeed. We're gonna just touch a little bit on life insurance. Don't do if you ever hear anybody talk about life insurance, don't do whole life. Do term. Do what is it? 20-year term. 10 to 12 times your income. I got to refresh on that. Here's a myth. Here's some more myths and truths out of Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover book. Mobile homes or trailers will allow me to own something instead of renting. That will help me become wealthy. Trailers actually go down in value rapidly, making your chances for wealth building less than if you had rented. Oh, here's another one. Here, you ever hear people say something about prepaying for funeral stuff? Prepaying my funeral or my kids' college expenses is a good way to invest and protect my family against inflation. you know, well, you know what? I actually have, was it one or two of my financial coaching? I have one or two of my financial coaching hour segments posted to YouTube, and surprisingly, that's got a couple views more than I thought it would. I thought maybe one or two. No, it's got a couple more than that. It's like 7. Twat? Twat? Twat, you say? Truth is about plans for prepaid funerals and college expenses give low rates of return and put money in the other guy's pocket. Biggest thing about your income and learning how to live on a budget. That's what this is all about. Just budgeting, living on a budget, and make more money than you have expenses. If you have a budget, it is telling your money where to go instead of you being in debt where your money's telling where it needs to go. Who's the boss, you or your money? Be the boss of your money. Tell it where it needs to go. Don't let something else like money tell you what it needs to do. Again, it's all behavioral issues, psychological. Debt management companies on TV like, I don't know what that says. I'm going to read that. Oh, my. How do you decide your budget? Dude, love the question. Love it, love it, love it. All right, your budget. Here we go. Now, your budget is based on your income of, is it regular or irregular? Damn it, money, I said stay there. So, like now, I used to be on a be being paid weekly, and now I'm trying to do stream full time, where I'll be honest with you, is zero income. And until the time comes where I have it coming in, I bet you it's gonna be irregular. It's gonna be an irregular income. You want to allocate your spending. Like when you budget, you should budget. Where's it at here? Get back in my wallet. I'm the boss of you, money. You little now sit there and eat your dinner until you're a fat stack. Amen. Okay, so in a recommended scale of like your budgeting categories, like food for the week or month, depending on how you do it. I'm gonna start robbing people. I think be the boss of their money. Jeez. Oh, gee. Oh, that sounds like me in GTA. Started playing GTA the other day. I started doing that. All right. So, anyways, monthly cash flow plans based on monthly income and budget, and I'll go. The certain categories: food. What do you plan on spending on food? Transportation, like your gas. Utilities. Your gas, electric, internet. Housing. You rent. You your rent or your mortgage, and then saving as well. And then you also pay yourself. You pay yourself a little bit. I consider a little bit because I know what I could live on till the next pay period. And I I've been the one to be more of the saver than the free spirit, the one who's like to spend. I like to save my money more times than not, so I like to see how long I save my portion I saved myself, Till the next time. I'm noticing that this picture is all pieced together, photoshopped. I don't want this picture. Now that I see that. Where was that picture I was just looking at? Ooh, right there. Let's get a front end of it. Let's see the front face of it. Oh, here we go. We got to make this quick. We're almost done for the night with financial coaching. Ooh, ooh, that's so pretty. Hashtag enlightened. Hey, I like to help people out. This is my other thing I wanted to do in life as well, is help people with their finances, their money issues, help guide them in the right direction. Anyways, there's also an insurance category, personal category, your debts, obviously, recreation. Like me, I have categories set for uh, house payment, uh, utilities, entertainment, health insurance, gas, groceries, car insurance as well. Pretty much, I have them all labeled out, and then I have trying to see how I after I get paid, I was making for sure how much I can put into the um, what is it called as well, the sinking fund envelope. Help your mom, stepmom. Yeah. Um, I'm not. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna know. No. No, I'm not gonna. No. I can't. Jeez. I'm not gonna. You know, you caught me with lost for words. I don't know what to say to that. Well, that was fun for an hour. Sickly, I appreciate you hitting me up with some questions and stuff like that. We're gonna switch over now to play some Apex, cause I'm excited for the Revenant coming in a couple days. I like to help people though. I'm not a therapist. I can't do that. Lame. Get out of here now. Hey, Sickly, what do you what platform do you play on? Are you a PC or Xbox at all? This is an important question. Remember is your third. Chard, I still seems like you're I just play. I gotta read chat quietly in my head first before I read out loud right out of the gate. You almost got me on that one. Anyways, I was telling Chard earlier that I am gonna check out a game called Vigor on the Xbox here. Remember, I'm your third in Apex. Oh, yep. What is this? Oh, that's paused. Okay. So right here's Vigor. You see that up there? Has anyone heard of this? I saw this on Twitter earlier today. Oh my golly, by golly. No? Are you play video games or no? Yeah, dude, I told you earlier. Alright, I'm gonna switch this over. And I am gonna take a piss break. Take a piss break! Why does my face look so pale? Look, oh, it's a monitor, that's why. It's a monitor. Look at that. Look at this, it's beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna take a piss break. I'll be right back, okay?